Here's the *** expanded 750 word segment for key point 1 ***, written in the style you asked for, authoritative, conversational, and in the tone of Les Brown. You see, one of the greatest tragedies in life is not that people aim too high and miss, it's that they aim too low and hit. Most people go through life believing they are incomplete, believing they have to wait for something or someone outside of themselves before they can begin creating the life they want. They wait for the right degree, the right partner, the right opportunity, the right moment. But let me tell you something. The power to create, to transform, to rise, it's not waiting out there. It's already built into you. It's woven into the very fabric of your being. Think about this. Every single one of us has already survived situations we once thought would break us. You've endured heartbreak, disappointment, rejection. You've gone through days you thought you wouldn't get through, and yet here you are. That alone proves something profound. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. But the problem is, we don't always recognize that strength. We don't recognize the power of what we've already been through. We keep telling ourselves, once I have more money, then I'll start. Once I feel more confident, then I'll try. Once I know everything, then I'll take action. And so we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Meanwhile, life is passing by. The truth is, you don't need permission to create the life you want. You don't need all the answers before you begin. What you need is already within you. You have creativity. You have resilience. You have the ability to think, to adapt, to dream, and to execute. But here's the catch. You've got to recognize it. Because what you don't recognize, you cannot use. What you don't acknowledge, you can't access. Philosophers for centuries have talked about the human condition as one of potential. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. What was he really saying? That excellence is not out there somewhere. It's in here, in your patterns, in your choices, in the way you show up every single day. Psychologists today echo the same truth. They'll tell you that human beings are wired with neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire the brain, to reshape thought, to change behavior. That means your story isn't fixed. Your past is not your prison. You were born with the tools to transform. But the challenge is, many of us have become so accustomed to looking outward for solutions that we ignore the treasure chest inside. We scroll through social media and compare our beginnings to somebody else's highlight reel. We look at people who are winning and we assume they had something we don't. No, they just decided to use what they already had. They recognized their gift, they built on it, and they acted on it. And let me tell you, what separates those who create the life they want from those who don't isn't luck, and it isn't talent. It's recognition. Recognition of the power already inside them, and the decision to use it. Let me ask you, how many times have you ignored the quiet whisper inside that told you, you can do this? How many times have you talked yourself out of an idea, convincing yourself you're not ready? That voice of doubt is not truth. That's fear disguised as logic. Fear will always tell you that you need more before you can begin. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit knows you are already built for this. When you were a child, you didn't question whether you could run, whether you could draw, whether you could sing. You just did it. You expressed without hesitation. That childlike freedom hasn't left you. It's still in you. But as we grow older, we bury it under the weight of expectations, judgments, failures, and then we start to believe the lie that we aren't enough. But listen carefully, you are not broken, you are not lacking, you don't need fixing. What you need is awakening. You need to wake up to the fact that you already carry the raw material for greatness. And here's the beautiful part. Once you see that, once you truly internalize it, your relationship with life changes. You stop waiting, you stop hesitating, you stop asking for permission, you start moving, creating, experimenting, falling, learning, and rising again. You stop living as if life is something happening to you, and you begin living as if life is something happening through you. So the next time you find yourself doubting, the next time you catch yourself saying, "I don't have what it takes," remind yourself of this. If you survived yesterday, you already have proof that you are equipped for tomorrow. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become more of who you already are. And if you take nothing else from this, take this truth with you. You were not built to simply exist. You were built to create. The tools, the strength, the imagination, the resilience, they are not out there. They are in you right now. All you have to do is use them. Because the life you want is not waiting for a future version of you. The life you want is waiting for the real you to finally show up. Would you like me to also expand key point 2 in the same style ***, so the flow between the points feels like a single seamless motivational arc? Perfect. Here's a *** 750 word expansion of key point 2 ***, crafted to flow naturally after the first segment you already have in that *** less brown style ***. Once you begin to recognize the power that already exists within you, the next step is just as critical. It's about the way you choose to see the world, because your mindset is the filter through which every experience passes. Two people can live through the same event, face the same struggle, and walk away with entirely different conclusions. One sees defeat, the other sees possibility. What's the difference? It's not luck, it's not circumstance. It's perspective, it's mindset. Your thoughts are not just passing clouds in your head, they are architects. They design the way you interpret reality, the way you feel, and ultimately the way you act. If you keep telling yourself, "I can't," then you're right, you won't. If you believe life is stacked against you, you'll find evidence for that everywhere you look. But if you choose to believe that obstacles are lessons, that setbacks are setups, that every no is a redirection, suddenly life opens up. The world doesn't change, but your experience of it does. Psychologists call this the principle of cognitive framing. It means the way you frame an experience determines its impact on you. Failures, for example, can either be framed as proof that you're not capable, or as feedback, as information that helps you grow. The failure itself is neutral. It's your mind that gives it meaning, and that meaning can either limit you or empower you. Think about the questions you ask yourself, because your mind is always listening. If you ask, "Why does this always happen to me?" your brain will give you an answer, and it'll be an answer that keeps you stuck. But if you ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this?" then your brain will search for an entirely different kind of answer. The quality of your life is directly tied to the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Now, here's where it gets deeper. Most people are conditioned to think in terms of limitation. We are taught, often unconsciously, to focus on what we lack, on what we can't do, on what isn't possible. We internalize voices from the past teachers who doubted us, family members who criticized us, society that tried to put us in a box, and those voices become our own. And without realizing it, we begin to live life as if the boundaries other people placed on us are real. But they are not. They are illusions reinforced by repetition. Philosophers like Epictetus taught that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but the way we interpret them. The same wind that pushes one ship off course is the same wind that carries another ship to its destination. The difference is in how the sails are set.
Your mindset is the sail, and you get to choose which way to set it. The moment you shift from a mindset of limitation to a mindset of possibility, everything begins to change.
Suddenly, rejection is not the end of the road. It's redirection towards something better. Suddenly, challenges are not signs that you're unworthy. They're opportunities to prove your resilience. And suddenly, your life is not something happening to you. It's something happening for you. Let me give you an example. Imagine a seed. On its own, it looks small, insignificant. But within it lies the potential for a massive tree, with branches that stretch wide and roots that dig deep. Now, if you put that seed in a box and never give it light or soil, it stays dormant. It never grows. But if you change its environment, if you give it sunlight, water, and nourishment, it transforms into something unrecognizable compared to where it started. That's you. The seed is already built to grow, but the growth depends on the conditions. And the most important condition is your mindset. Some of you have been living as if you are seeds locked in a dark box, convinced that's all there is. But I'm here to tell you the box isn't permanent. Once you change the way you think, once you shift your perspective, it's like breaking open the lid and letting the light in. That's when growth happens. That's when transformation becomes inevitable. And listen, this is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is easy. Life is hard. There will be pain. There will be loss. But the power of mindset is that even in the darkest of seasons, you can choose how to interpret what's happening. You can choose to see your scars not as disfigurements, but as evidence that you survived. You can choose to see your challenges not as punishments, but as preparation. So, here's the choice in front of you. Will you continue to live in a mindset of limitation, replaying the old scripts that keep you stuck? Or will you choose a mindset of possibility, where every day becomes an opportunity, where every struggle becomes a stepping stone? Because the truth is, nothing outside of you has to change for your life to begin to transform. What has to change is the way you think about it. Once you make that shift, you start to see doors where you once only saw walls. You start to find strength where you once only felt weakness. You start to move forward, not because the path is clear, but because your vision is. And if you take one thing from this, let it be this. Your mindset is the lens through which you create your reality. Change the lens, and you change the life. Would you like me to now expand key point 3 into the final 750 word segment so you have a complete 15-minute speech ready with all 3 points fully fleshed out? Here's the 750 word expansion of key point 3 written to flow seamlessly after the other 2 points, keeping the less brown. Inspired tone you asked for. Now, once you've recognized the power within you, and once you've shifted your mindset from limitation to possibility, there's one more step that separates dreamers from doers, and vision from reality. That step is action. Nothing changes without it. You can believe in yourself, you can think positively, you can visualize all day long, but unless you put your hands to work, unless you move your feet in the direction of your vision, life will remain the same. And here's the truth. Action doesn't require you to have it all figured out. Too many people never start because they're waiting for the perfect plan. They want certainty, they want guarantees, but life doesn't work like that. You don't get to see the whole staircase before you climb. You only get to see the next step. And if you have the courage to take that next step, the one after that reveals itself. Think of it like driving a car at night. Your headlights don't illuminate the entire road, only a small stretch ahead.
But as long as you keep moving forward, the path unfolds. That's what aligned action is. It's not about knowing every detail of how things will work out. It's about trusting that if you move with intention, if you move with faith, the way will become clearer as you go. Philosophers have long reminded us that action is what turns potential into actuality. Aristotle called it intellici, the process by which something becomes what it was meant to be. A seed has the potential to be a tree, but only through the action of growth. You have the potential to create the life you want, but only through the action of doing. Without it, potential is wasted. Now, let's be real. Action is not glamorous. It's not always exciting. Most of the time, it's small, consistent steps that don't look like much in the moment. Waking up earlier, saying no to distractions, reading when you'd rather scroll, saving when you'd rather spend. These small acts, repeated over time, create massive transformation. Success is never a single leap. It's a series of steps that compound. But here's the challenge. Fear disguises itself in hesitation. Fear whispers, wait until you're ready, wait until the conditions are perfect. And if you listen to that voice, you'll spend your whole life waiting. You'll die waiting. The truth is, you don't need to be ready. You need to be willing, willing to stumble, willing to learn, willing to look foolish for a season, if that's what it takes to grow into the person you were meant to be. Psychologists talk about something called the action bias. It means that once you take the first step, your brain builds momentum. The hardest part of running isn't the 10th mile. It's lacing up your shoes. The hardest part of writing a book isn't chapter 20. It's writing the first sentence. Once you begin, you create energy, and that energy fuels the next step. That's why procrastination is so deadly. It kills momentum before it ever begins. And many people spend years circling around their dreams without ever touching them. They live in the land of someday. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll get healthy. Someday I'll pursue that passion. But someday is an illusion. There is no someday on the calendar. There's only today. And if you don't act today, the vision in your heart begins to wither. Now, let me be clear. Action without alignment is just busyness. Anybody can stay busy. The key is aligned action that's rooted in your values, in your vision, in the life you truly want to create. Because when your actions are aligned, they don't drain you, they fuel you. Even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, you know you're moving in the right direction because it resonates with who you are. And the beauty of aligned action is this: it doesn't have to be dramatic. One phone call can change your career. One conversation can change your relationship. One decision can redirect your entire future. But you'll never know which step is the one that shifts everything until you take it. So I want you to think about your life right now. What's one step you've been avoiding? What's one action you know you need to take, but fear or doubt has been holding you back? Because that's the step that matters most. That's the step that unlocks the next chapter of your life. You are already built with everything you need. You've shifted your mindset to see possibilities instead of limitations. Now the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you're willing to take. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Move, act, begin, and trust that life will meet you on the other side of your decision. Because the life you want will not come knocking on your door. You have to build it one action at a time, and if you carry nothing else with you, carry this truth. Your future is not created by chance. It's created by choice and by the actions you take today.
Fire now, you've got asterisk asterisk, all three key points fully expanded into 750 word segments asterisk asterisk, which together flow as a asterisk asterisk 15-minute motivational speech asterisk asterisk. Do you want me to asterisk asterisk weave all three into one continuous script asterisk asterisk, seamlessly connected, no breaks, so you can deliver it like a polished keynote?